I thought the last 2 episodes of Star Wars Resistance were really good. A quick salvage run and live fire both kept up the danger of the First Order and the threat that they might appear at any time. The season's 4th episode, Hunt On Celsor 3, was back to being just fine, like the season premiere. The premise is that the Colossus is out of food and the citizens of the station are unhappy, questioning the leadership of Captain Doza. Kragan and the pirates see that as an opportunity to take some power for themselves by hunting a Jakusk, the massive creature introduced in Livefire, which would feed everyone. Kaz and Torra go along so they can't claim all the glory for themselves, since their intentions are purely to undermine Doza and eventually take control of the platform. Kragan refuses to listen to any of Kaz's advice, so their mission fails. Torra and Kaz return to the moon with a plan of their own, and they successfully take down the beast and provide food for their friends. Meanwhile, Niku hooks up some holoprojectors to display the sky so the Colossus can feel a little more like home again. I do appreciate that this episode explores some of the consequences of Kaz launching the Colossus off of Castellon at the end of the first season. To the audience, that's a very exciting development, but to the characters actually living on the station, their home has been upended without their say. Their lives are thrown into chaos. We saw that most of the citizens were against the First Order by the end of the first season, but that doesn't mean they wanted to leave their home and their source of food and water. The starting point of Hunt on Celsor 3 is a good one, but I thought the most interesting plot points were abandoned for the sake of a goofier storyline. On the one hand, I can understand that. I'm way older than the show's target audience. Putting Buggles in danger is a pretty clear way to get kids on the side of saving the dog-like creature and killing the giant monster that wants to eat it. But getting Buggles to the planet was pretty silly. Like, why wouldn't Kaz immediately just tell Torra her pet got on his ship and they need to run back and drop it off? Obviously, taking it to the planet is a worse idea. And the whole time, I was just more interested in the political maneuvering of Kragan and Doza. I like the idea that the pirates are on the platform now, but that doesn't mean they're not pirates. Sometimes their goals will align with the well-being of the Colossus, and sometimes they will be trying to take advantage of those around them. I think we could have explored that stuff a little more, especially from Captain Doza's point of view, because he was obviously going through a stressful time. I do think we can still compare his leadership with Kragan's. Doza accepts the responsibility of taking care of every person on the Colossus, including the pirates. He knows he needs to keep them in line, and that job doesn't fall on anyone else. But he's also willing to listen to those around him and take advice, and he's stronger for it. Kragan, on the other hand, won't listen to the experience of Kaz. He barely listens to Sonara, and then when his mission is a failure, he tries to act like it's somehow Doza's fault. That felt like the theme of the story to me. What does it mean to be a leader, especially during dark times? How do you act like someone people want to follow? The theme is there in the episode, but I think it could have been a stronger focus, had Doza more directly involved, and not spent as much time on the misadventures of Buggles the Smuggly Bugly. Just like in Season 1, I think Star Wars Resistance is generally strongest when the First Order is involved in the episode. That's not to say the show can't explore these little community crises on the Colossus. I'm just more intrigued by the episodes that tie into the larger galaxy. Thankfully, next week's episode, titled The Engineer, will bring them back. Kaz and Niku discover Nina, a Nikto engineer in need of assistance who barely escaped a First Order attack. But that's it for Hunt on Celsor 3. Let me know what you thought of the episode in the comments. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.